What is going on, YouTube fam? Welcome back to the Organized Millennial. I'm Anna, and today I'm going to be tracking my spending for the third week of May with you guys. So essentially what I do is go ahead and track my expenses on my calendar view, and then I will track the amounts in my weekly check-in, and finally in my transaction log, which I'll kind of explain a little bit more when I get to those parts. But essentially how I track it is using these expense trackers. And what I do with these is I will track all of my cash envelope expenses in pink. My yellow will be for all my debit card or online purchases. And then my red will be for any unbudgeteds. And then of course, right behind that, I have no spends for any days that I don't spend money. So let's go ahead and get into it. If you guys are into budgeting, planning, and life, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below, and don't forget to tap the bell so that you can be notified every time I upload new content. Okay, let's get into the gig, y'all. So my first expense for May 18th was Just Dance, so the video game, Just Dance 2020. So we bought this really to just kind of get ourselves moving more and exercising more, just in an effort to take care of ourselves a little more. So I'm hoping that's what ends up happening. So far, I think we've used it twice, and we got it on the 18th. Today is actually the 25th. So I hope to use it a little more. I know I'm way more of a dancer than he is, so a lot of it is me dragging him, but I'm gonna use it because I paid $25 for it, so we using it. Okay, so that was the 18th. On the 19th, I had another debit. I got some tacos for lunch from our little taco store near here. And that was $18.67. I was just like, I don't know what I'm gonna have. And I was craving these tacos. So I was like, you know what? We're just gonna do that. So tacos Lupita, and I think that was it for the 19th. Yep. So then on the 20th we had cash envelope expenses and a debit expense. So since I have my yellow out, I'll just write down my debit expense first, and it was Uber Eats, of course it was, because what else would it be? And it was $17.11. I'm not even sure what we ended up getting. And then just grab my pinks for my cash envelopes. Oh, this was the day I also went grocery shopping. So I went to Aldi and I spent $44.25. I don't know why I wrote it like that, but alas. Oh, and J's. And I spent $7.98. Okay, and I think that is it for the 20th. Yes. So let's go ahead and get my Uber Eats down. Yeah, like I said, your girl definitely didn't have as many no spends this week as she would have hoped to have, so, but it's okay. Balance, right? Balance is what we're aiming for. Balance, yes. And BJ's. I cannot remember what I even got at BJ's. Probably it wasn't something big if I only spent $7.98, but so that was all on the 20th. So then on the 21st, I had a no spend. How exciting. So I'm gonna finish up this sheet for the 21st. My first no spend of the week. So that sheet's done. So then the 22nd was cash envelope expenses. So more groceries. So I went to Market Basket. Of course, I find myself grocery store hopping a lot with what's going on, so I spent $67.24 there. And oh, and I also actually decided to do HelloFresh. So I'm trying it out again. We did it for an extended period of time, like probably last year, maybe, I think last year. And for those who don't know, HelloFresh is a meal kit delivery service. So they'll send you, there's a ton of them like HelloFresh, but essentially they'll send you like 3 meals, for example, with all the ingredients you need to make the meals, and you can make them. So you can choose to get 3 of them or 2 of them or 4 of them. They have different tiers. So I decided to just try it because I just was like, I don't know what else to make. I need some ideas. I need some new recipes. And one of the things that I really love about the meal kit delivery service is that they send you just enough for the recipe. So I don't feel like I need to buy like some particular thing that I'm going to use for a new recipe that I really probably, other than that recipe, won't use, and then it just kind of sits in my pantry, or worse, is wasted or gets bad or I have to throw it away or whatever. So I feel like it helps me limit the wastes. So I'm gonna try it again. I think they sent me a coupon for like, I think it was like 30 or 40% off for Memorial Day. So I was like, you know what, let's just try it and see. Hopefully it'll lighten up some of my grocery bill and also make it so that I don't waste a ton of food. So I will see. I think I'm going to try it for a couple weeks because the coupon's good for 2 orders, and then I'll assess and see how we like it. But I did do HelloFresh, so that was $53.91. And I'm going to be using it as, I'm taking it out of my grocery budget. So, yeah, so we'll see how that works. So that's for the 22nd. So yeah, we'll see how I like that and if that works. There's pros and cons to it, of course, but I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna bite the bullet and try it again and see if it's something that I wanna do, especially now that I am cooking more. Last year when I did HelloFresh, I was definitely not as versatile of a cook as I am now. And not to say I'm super versatile now, but that just puts it in perspective. Like I really was not cooking. So that was like a lifesaver then, but I'm interested to see how it pans out now. So I'm gonna try it for a couple weeks and I will let you guys know how that's going. If you guys have tried any meal kit delivery services that you like, go ahead and let me know down below in the comments. If you tried HelloFresh or Plated, or there's like a million of them out there, let me know if you have and if you liked it. Okay, so that was everything for the 22nd. And then the 23rd and the 24th were both no spends. Thank the good, sweet Lord. Because y'all, and that's gonna finish up my no spend sheet. So that's actually perfect because I have one brand new one and I can get rid of those. All right, you guys, so this is what my expenses are looking like for week 3. So now that they're all tracked here on the calendar, I'm gonna go ahead and flip to the weekly check-in and we can go over the weekly check-in. So I flipped over to the weekly check-in, I wrote down my categories, and now we're gonna go through the amounts. So for groceries, I had $260.57 left. I'm going to go ahead and write these amounts in. And then for gas, I had $32.08 left. Beauty has nothing. Spending, I had $150 left. So I haven't touched my spending at all. And then unbudgeted, I didn't have anything to carry over, so that's awesome. Okay, so let's flip back and see what we spent. Let's grab my calculator. Okay, so for groceries, I spent a total of $7.98 here, BJ's, then $44.25 at Aldi's, plus $53.91 with HelloFresh, and then $67.24. So that equals a total of $173.38. So I spent $173.38, and that will leave me with a total of $87.19 for groceries. Gasoline, I didn't have any gas expenses, so nothing was spent there. So I still have $32.08. Beauty, nothing was spent there. Haven't been stuffing that for a while, as you all know. Salons and barbershops are still closed here in Mass, although they are reopening. They're actually reopening today on Memorial Day. So your girl might be, you know, going to see her hairstylist, even if she has to wear like every single thing, mask, whatever, but she might have to go see her like really bad. So that's gonna be a thing in the near future. Okay, so then that was it for that. And then spending, I did not have any spending expenses still, which is shocking. That will change this upcoming week though. So week 4 check-in will probably have some of this used. So I still have the $150 left, and then I didn't have any unbudgeteds, you guys. I still have no unbudgeteds. I have 1 week left to get through, and I have to get through without any unbudgeteds. I think this would be the first month this year that I do not have any unbudgeteds. Okay, I'm making it a mission. This last week of May, your girl's not gonna have any unbudgeteds, and I'm gonna try so hard to stay under budget. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, because in this month so far, I've only been over budget once in groceries week 1, and it was by $16.01. So if that's the only thing I'm over budget in, May is going to be such a success. I'm just saying. So no unbudgeteds. Sorry, I totally went on my happy rant. So I'm doing still pretty good, I think, you guys. So we've got week 4 coming up. I do have a paycheck coming up, and it should be a little higher because I obviously haven't been commuting into work, so I was finally able to cancel my public transit pass, which is usually taken out automatically from my check. So I'm expecting a nice little bump in paycheck too. Look at God, y'all. Look at God. I'm excited. If you couldn't tell, I'm super excited. Okay, so lastly, I'm going to flip over to the transaction log just to show you guys. Here is where I track any of my debit purchases. So all of the yellow that you saw here, well, here I should say, is going to be tracked on here. The only reason I don't typically track it on camera is because you guys see me do it, but I guess I could just track it and speed you guys through it. So let me just do that really quick. All right, you guys, so I just tracked my online expenses, well, debit and online expenses in my transaction log. As far as the rest of what you see, if you missed my paycheck 1, I will link it up in the cards for you guys, and I will also link my previous spending tracker video, which includes an update on my debt numbers. So if you're interested in that, I'll go ahead and link that up in the cards as well for you guys. All right, you guys, so that has been my spending for week 3. I'm still on budget. I don't have any unbudgeteds all month, so I'm super excited. Even my no spends look pretty good for the month, even though I didn't have as many this week as last week. They're still looking good. So I'm living. for May. As you all know, if y'all have seen any of my other May budgeting videos, you guys know that I'm living for May. So let me know down below in the comments how your spending is going. What do you find you're spending the most on during this month? And if it's groceries, I hear you, girl, loud and clear, because that's pretty much me too. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell so you can be notified every time I upload content. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.